Hi there, ministry partners. This is Jeff Coleman with Firm Foundation New Zealand. Instead of writing out a newsletter, I thought we'd try a little something different with a video. This will be easier for me to do and won't take quite as long. Plus, it's probably more exciting for you. So I'm sitting here at the University of Otago, just got out of church. We have about a 2-hour break before we hit the campus for evangelism. And I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing right now happen in Dunedin and also New Zealand in terms of churches working together and especially in the areas of evangelism, apologetics, and disciple making. We continue to be able to build relationships with other local churches besides our own. Our church is Caversham Community Church. We're a revitalization that's is not large, but we're really building the core of the future of our church right now. But there's other churches in town that are larger, that have more funds, more staff, and we're finding ways to work with them, from Reformed churches to charismatic churches to Presbyterian churches, and that's really exciting. But also there's the evangelism, and we're seeing a tremendous openness towards the gospel. We don't see a lot of instant, rarely actually do we see a lot of instant born again conversion experiences. But what we are seeing is an openness to listen and hear the gospel message itself. And what I want to show you right now is one of the beautiful places that we get to share the gospel on a regular basis, and that's this area at the University of Otago. So right here you have sort of the key building on campus. Beautiful. It makes you feel like you're at Oxford or Cambridge here in New Zealand. And this is the Leith River here flowing through campus. And right along up here, as you see this walkway, this is where we like to share the gospel. Campus winds through these sidewalks, and you just see all sorts of different people from all over the world, lots of international students. And this is where it's so easy to strike up a gospel conversation by asking the 5 worldview questions. Where did the world come from? What's wrong in the world? Why is there so much suffering? What's the solution to that suffering? How's it all going to end for humanity? And what's the purpose of life? And so those questions you can ask to just about anyone, and they will have some idea in their mind of what's true, what they believe. And then once you listen, the opportunity to share the gospel comes along, and you can answer those 5 questions with 5 words, or 6 rather. And that's creation, fall, redemption through Jesus, restoration, and finally the purpose of life is to know the Creator, to know God Himself. And life is so exciting when you know that there's a purpose to it, when you know that God is the Creator, that He created us for relationship. And so just pray for us in New Zealand. Avril is feeling good. She's beating the cancer through diet and stress management and exercise. She is losing a bit of weight, but otherwise she's feeling great. And so thank you for your prayers regarding that. Just pray for Caversham Community Church. Pray for the upcoming election in New Zealand. We know that in the U.S. as well as an important election, but New Zealand has a hugely important election coming up. Not only are they going to decide which party is in power in Parliament, but they're also going to decide on 2 referendum issues. One is the legalization of cannabis for recreational use, and the other is euthanasia. So those are things that the biblical worldview has a little bit to say about, and so we hope that the result of those referendum issues, as well as the Parliament who will lead Parliament, will help or will bless New Zealand in terms of the biblical worldview. So keep us in your prayers. Thanks for this update, and next month we'll update you again. So God bless.